Hello, I am back in the bedroom. I've been kicked out of my office. Final stages of this super long and exhausted home renovation. We are sealing up the garage door in my office. That's where I film, and it needs to be well insulated. So we're just doing like a temporary wall so that way you can hear all the noise in the background. So that way, if we decide to make this a rental or a sell, that wall can easily be transformed back into a garage door. We have an extremely long driveway, so there's no use for the garage, or the garage not being used as like a studio space, an ADU, or in my case, an office, is not efficient. I'm going to try and avoid talking while there's noise in the background, so hopefully I can cut out of this video. But because I did just upload a Kyoto vlog, my Japan vlog is coming next, I thought between the two vlogs, to not like hit you with a vlog after a vlog, I should just do my travel makeup. It's pretty similar to what I've done for my very simple looks, but I also am thinking, and let me know your thoughts, I'm thinking this summer I should start a summer skin series, because after traveling last year during all the hecticness of airlines losing suitcases, and okay, nobody wants to lose their suitcase when they're going on vacation. To me, that would be very, very detrimental to me. I think I'd be really upset, and it would be hard for me to like come back from that if my suitcase never were to arrive. So last summer was the first time I had ever traveled with solely a carry-on. And I have the perfect carry-on solution. Hopefully I can insert some footage or a photo of it here. It's the Travel Pro international carry-on and the Travel Pro duffel bag on top, and it seriously fits so much stuff. Kyle has always only been a carry-on only person, and when I found him this solution, the man started overpacking. Okay, give him a little bit more room and he's gonna fill every corner, even though he's always been a carry-on person. So it's the perfect solution. But on top of that, you know, the 411 rule of only carrying liquids under, I believe it's 4 fluid ounces, and it has to fit in the size of like a sandwich bag, a quart. I think it's a quart, right? It is very difficult if you are someone who loves skin, hair, makeup, body products. That is really difficult to do. I can 100% put my makeup into one of those bags, but once I include hair, skin, and everything else liquid that I want to put in there, it becomes really tough. But I did it last summer, and I thought by showing you these simplified makeup looks that are perfect for a summer vacation because they're really light, breathable, it's more of a focus on the SPF. I'm hoping that it'll help you when packing and being a little more picky or choosy about the items that you pack so that you don't overpack and you can carry on a carry-on for your next trip. So let's start. Okay, I'm gonna start with my hair. Because I wore my hair, is this zoomed? I think it's zoomed in, that's why you can't. I'm like, before I feel like you could see a little bit more of me. I don't know if you can see my hair fully. I don't have my studio light that lights up my hair, but it is in a claw clip. And this morning I looked at Kyle, I'm like, I cannot stop wearing my hair like this. It's just so effortless. It gets my hair out of my face, and it's an excuse to just not do my hair. So I honestly can't remember the last time I did my hair. I've just been wearing it like this the past 3 days. But it does maintain your hairstyle. If you curled or waved your hair and then you toss it up like this, it'll still last. But I'm gonna show you how I do this hairdo. I do post it more so like in a timely manner on my TikTok if you guys wanna check it out there. Hopefully I can repost it to my Instagram and my shorts, because that's just where we're at these days. But this is what I use. It's the Day Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream. I've seen everyone using this and I was a little hesitant. I didn't know how I was gonna like it on my hair, and let me tell you, I'm obsessed. And I accidentally ordered 2 because I already had one in my cart, but it's always sold out. And then when I got the notification that it was back in stock, I added another one to my cart without realizing it. I mean, I saw that my total was expensive for the very few items that I purchased, but I didn't recognize it was because I had 2 of these in my cart. But I'm glad I did because I love it, and I'm pretty sure it comes in a travel size. And someone asked me if this weighs your hair down, if you can keep wearing it, and honestly, I find that when I use this in my hair, I can restyle my hair with it again the next day. And like, this is my hair day 2 or 3 of having put this product in my hair, and it's still very much movable. I think it still looks really good, and if I wanted to fully restyle this, maybe with like an air wrap or a curling iron, I could. I'm gonna be lazy, and I'm just going to put this back in my hair, just do this. And I would say this was like my hair 90% of the time in Japan. The weather was all over the place, you guys, when we were there. Someone asked, what's the weather like? How should I pack? I'm like, let me tell you. It's freezing cold at night, super windy. Then the next day, it's hot and sunny to the point where you're sweating. You want to wear a hat and glasses if you're out, especially in a city like Tokyo. And then you had days where it was raining. So literally, you got every single season. And sometimes I would style my hair and then it would start raining or it'd get really cold and windy and I just would put it back up in this hairdo and it worked every single time. The day styling cream just really helps to smooth everything out. All those little flyaways, gives you a sleeker finish without it getting hard and crunchy. Every time I've used this product, it has never gotten crunchy. It has never caused product buildup. It just works really well. So I see why the girlies are loving it and why it's always sold out. And I'm just using this brush. It's double-sided, so one side's a little more coarse and rough and the other side's more like a smoothing side, a finishing side. So I'm just kind of using that to guide the hair, but then I'll just use my fingers to further adjust. This also works if you have really thick hair like me and you want to use a claw clip, because I find that most of the hair will be up in the bun up here. So you can actually use smaller claw clips, like the one I'm gonna use. You don't have to find the most industrial size claw clip for your thick hair because all that's going in the clip is this hair right here. So this is my claw clip. And I just scoop from the bottom and I smooth and clamp it up right here. And then see if it looks a little uneven. I just smooth and reclamp right here, and that is all that there is to it. For the little pieces on the side, or if I see more flyaways, I just grab a little more product, especially these little hairs that tend to stick out for me, and I just kind of take the smoothing side of this brush and there you go. Something about it just makes me feel really put together and like I took the time to get ready, when really it's just my hair from 4 days ago tossed into a claw clip. I'm also really glad that I invested in these solid gold pieces from KINN prior to my trip, because I packed very casual items that were comfortable, that I could swap and mix and match. And I feel like this jewelry just made every simple casual look a little more elevated. I hope I don't have any hair flakes. And yeah, I will link these down below for you guys as well. Now that the hair is done, we're gonna start this off with a very basic Melissa base. So feel free to skip to the most important part, which is this product right here. That was the highlight, not the highlight, but kind of like the staple color product of my entire trip. It went with everything, neutral daytime look. Also, this lip color I got so many compliments on, and I loved it for day or night. I've never worn a dark gloss and loved it, but I love this one, and these two together are like the perfect color. So this is the Nude Sticks, ¿cómo se llama? Nude Sticks Nudies Matte All Over Face Bronze color. I didn't realize I thought it was a blush. Sunkissed Cool. I always get that I always get asked, Melissa, why don't you use nude sticks anymore? I used to use nude sticks all the time when I did my collab. Okay, I'm gonna speak my truth real quick, okay? I had a little issue with them where they were selling, long and short, they started selling my kit with my name attached to it in Australia, but with different products in it that I never confirmed. And apparently, according to the contract, they were able to do that. So a lot of my Australian followers were messaging me saying, hey, Melissa, I wanted to buy your kit on Sephora Australia.com, but the products don't match up. They're not the same products that you're promoting. And I said, can you send me a link, because I can't see it on my end since I'm in the US. And when they sent me the link, they were completely different products. And I just thought that was really bizarre of Nude Sticks to do that. And I was really upset about it for a long time, but time has passed and I'm past it now. It is what it is. Again, they were legally allowed to do that. I was just really butthurt about it and I had a little chip on my shoulder, but time goes on, such is life. And I do love their products. I was just a little taken aback by that at the time. So that's what happened. We're gonna run through the basics of my base real quick. e.l.f. Brow Lift for that feathered bushy brow that I keep saying I don't know if I love, but I think I do love it. And I'm just in denial. I washed some of my brushes. Ooh, I also got some new Hakahodo brushes. I ran across the Hakuhodo store, which is a very luxurious Japanese makeup brush company, when walking the streets of Kyoto. Kyle actually spotted it. He's like, this looks like a store you might want to go into. And I said, absolutely yes. And I spent, I think, like $100 on 5 brushes. Where's the other one that I got? So I washed all of these. I want to use them today, but they're still not dry. I just loved the shape. They're perfect. I use this to blend my contour, spot conceal, inner corner of the eye. This is for under the eyes, lightly powdering, highlighting. I love this one for bronzer, on the forehead or on the cheeks, blush. And then this is a really good eye brush, but they're still wet. So anyway, let's do the brows. If I zoom in, can you see? The secret to the bushy brow is to go underneath first, like back comb, get a little more product, and then brush up. I think I've gotten so used to doing this now that when I put product in my brows, I feel like immediately they're just overdone. Even if it's the smallest amount of product, I feel like they look overdone. And I always take whatever product is left over with my spoolie and I just fix the little baby hairs and flyaways. Whatever I missed when I was doing my hair, just quickly fix them with that. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter on the high points of the face to create a glow. Standard, also love e.l.f. Halo for an affordable option. And I do want, oh wait, sorry, very important. I also like to add it right here on the inner corners so that I don't have to then superficially, well, I'm superficially highlighting right now, but then I don't have to add an additional highlight on the inner corners that looks a little more superficial. Oh, I do want to add that the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50 is my daytime moisturizer and SPF that I traveled with. My other moisturizer for nighttime was the Naturium Peptide. It's the one that comes in the same shaped bottle, and it's like the peptide moisturizer. Their products are just so good and so affordable, so I just love recommending them to all of you. I'm gonna blend this out while they make some noise in the back. Look how perfectly this brush shape fits in this inner corner. I did pack my Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup. I love this stuff. It looks so natural. It wears really, really well and has SPF 19. I packed it, but then every day I was so quick with my makeup. I either didn't wear anything, just focused on my SPF, or I did this routine that I'm doing right now. So you already know, which I'm going to show you guys, the Dior Forever Skin Correct in shades 1W and 2W. 2W matches my overall complexion better, and then 1W when I want to highlight. So I'm going to spot conceal. Usually have redness right here around the nose, obviously underneath the eyes. So just like that, and then I'll take 1W before blending everything out and just adding it to those areas so that they are highlighted. Something else I found astonishing with my travel makeup is that I packed a sponge and I never once used it. I was so quick with my makeup that I was just using brushes. So let's keep track of the brushes that I've used thus far, okay? This Hourglass foundation brush, and then I used my little Hakuhodo for the corner, but remember, I didn't have this. I bought this while I was there, so pretend like we don't, this one doesn't count. And then my double-ended Sephora spoolie brush and eyebrow brush. So I blend out everything on my skin, and then I'll go over the highlighted areas just so I'm not dragging that lighter concealer across my entire face. And then for my inner corner, to keep it really natural, I would just blend that very inner corner with my finger. Another staple, my Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. Honestly, it's just the color is perfect, but I am dying for the new Victoria Beckham contour sticks to come out because they're like pencils. They look so good. So I can't wait for those to launch. I'm waiting for it. I don't know if they're actually out yet, like for purchase, or they were just promoting it, so I'll have to keep an eye out. I would also normally use my double-sided IT Cosmetics brush for this, but I also washed that last night and it's still a little wet. So I'm just using my same Hourglass foundation brush. And then this one, this one's still wet. Why did I wash my brushes when I was gonna film? I'll use this one from Real Techniques to just add a little bit of definition right here. I wouldn't say I do any extreme contouring and highlighting, but I define because it just makes you look chiseled, especially in photographs. And who doesn't want to look chiseled? And then I dust the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is the Ultra Blur setting powder, which is talc free and has like a little bit of shimmer to it. See, I would use this Hakuhodo also if it wasn't wet. I'm failing. Oh, I have this one from Laura Lee, which I really love too. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles brush in number L34. I love a really soft kabuki brush to just quickly set my entire face. I love talc-free powders and ones with a little bit of shimmer for my entire face, but areas that I crease, I need the talc, okay? Give me the talc. I know it's not good for you, but without the talc, I will crease, so I need talc. So I'll use the original, the OG Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm hoping this isn't expired. I've had this since like last Christmas. I think it was a part of their holiday collection, but I still have a ton left. So if you're ever wondering if the jumbo size of any specialty items, beauty products is worth it, I would say yes. But I'm gonna use this underneath my eyes and around the nose and right here, because those are the first areas to be a dead giveaway that my makeup's not lasting when it starts to crease or separate. I'm also dusting this talc-free powder on my eyelids and a little bit underneath the eyes, but I'm still going to do a little baby bake. There's baby Botox and then there's a baby bake. We do full-blown Botox, but we do baby bakes. Okay, also tell me why. So my friend that does my Botox, she has her own place called Everglow Aesthetics. I'm gonna upload a video on my Silphium treatment that I did with her, which is microneedling, but with radio current frequency. Incredible. The reason my skin looks as good right now is because of that treatment, and it was thriving when I was in Japan. I just could not believe how good my skin looked. Long story short, my friend Nina, she was my big sis in my sorority. She runs her own med spa called Everglow Aesthetics. And I saw that she was posting on her stories, and I did a double take, and I go, that is my ex-boyfriend. Immediately, slightly triggered, because this man put me through hell and back over and over and over again, and I saw his face and I was like, Nina, I am triggered. I could not believe it. Like, this is like who I dated through high school, freshman year in college, and I just like had not seen that face in so long, and when I saw him on her stories, I was like, please tell me if I ever accidentally book something and he's going in at the same time, because I do not want to run into this man. Also want to add that they were friends, like my big sis, I was in a sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, you have a big sis, I was her little sis. Her boyfriend at that time was really good friends with my boyfriend at the time, and they were in the same frat, so it wasn't weird like he was just like going to see her. Like, they were friends in college as well, so just had to give that side note so I don't make him sound like a creep or anything like that, because he's not. And I forgave this person, by the way, and so much bad shit happened, but I was able to end it on good terms. Like, we were like friends afterwards. I just kind of like have parted ways and haven't heard from him since then, so had a vent about that a little bit. We're gonna let that sink in. While that sinks in, I'm going to bronze with my staple bronzer. I would say this is like my exclusive forehead bronzer at this point, because I use it every single time. Huda Beauty bronzer. You guys know which one I'm talking about? Let me grab it. Super bizarre, it's missing. I had to grab all the items that I would want to use or try and bring them inside the house, because my office is again in the garage conversion, so I think it's being held hostage in there. So what I'm going to try and do, I brought this inside the house, and I created a shorts around this on how there's like the perfect travel palette, because for summer, if you're vacationing during summer and you get tan and you only brought one foundation shade, it's the worst when it doesn't match. This you can easily customize. You can go as dark as here. You can go as dark as this shade with this particular palette. They have, to my knowledge, 2 other palettes that have different variations. One has blush, one has darker shades. This one has shimmers, contour, and then these are your complexion shades. But this one in that video I used as my all over bronzer. So I'm gonna try and use that right now with I'm scared. I mean, it worked in that video and I really liked it. It was just like a different technique and I've already kind of, you know, have set with powder. So let's see what happens. I like what I'm seeing. So normally I would take my Huda and apply it all into this corner, like forehead, temples, and then just a little bit right here. And this one's working great. I actually really like it. This Hakuhodo brush seems dry, so I'm just going to dust away the powder now. And we're gonna get to finally what you've all been waiting for, that sun-kissed, cool, nudies matte all over face bronze color from Nude Sticks. I tried going through this as fast as possible because, again, I've done this a few times now and it's kind of like my standard base look. I didn't want to bore you guys with the same thing, but at least now you know what my actual absolute favorite products are because I use them all the time. I don't want to spray product on my jewelry even though it is real gold. It's been investing in quality pieces, but you still don't want to spray product on this. So I'm going to try and cover my necklaces. I took my earrings off and then I'm going to use my e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I think the one I ended up packing was the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I love this one for an affordable option. And I would totally pack this one too. Smells great, smells like vacation, smells like coconuts, and it works incredibly well. The way I was applying this product when I was traveling was with that same, I'm gonna wait till they stop the construction. Clear. Okay, so I would apply it with my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection No. 7 brush, but again, I washed it, so it's still wet, but I just wanted to show it because I love this brush. It's really versatile. I use this for the contour, blending the contour, and then I use it to apply the blush because it's super, super soft. But instead, we're going to use this Persona Base and Conceal brush, which is also incredibly soft. And what I would do is I would create a giant blob on my hand like so. Then pick it up on the brush and pat it in. It's perfect. It's so perfect. And I would go pretty high with it because I wanted it to look almost like I was sun-kissed, a little sunburnt as the product name states. And then whatever's left over, I would just apply to my nose. You already know my favorite standard nude lip is Anywhere Caffeine. I usually pair it with a lip balm. I finally repurchased my absolute favorite Summer Fridays lip butter balm in vanilla beige. It has a little bit of color, so I wore this often during the day. But just for the sake of this video and because I loved this gloss so much, I'm going to apply the Buxom Plump Shot in the shade Wine Obsessed. And the liner I paired it with, Wherever Walnut. Almost forgot to apply my mascara and my earrings. I zoomed out, I'm like, something's missing here. I applied Sky High, which is the one I packed. I usually pack a brown black mascara and a very black mascara in case I do end up doing something dramatic, which I did. And I honestly, once I was in Tokyo, I'm like, oh, I wish I had more fun makeup to play with because Tokyo's the place to do it. And I blah, 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 blah. I managed to pull it off with what I had. I did a dramatic graphic wing liner. It's honestly my go-to. I could do a tutorial on it if you want. Probably a shorts because it's very quick. The base was exactly what I'm wearing right now. It was my daytime look. All I did was add that graphic liner to transform it to like a dramatic evening look. And then I used my Aquaphor, which I used to slug at night. I used my Aquaphor for gloss on the lids and a highlight on the skin, and it was absolutely perfect. So let me know if you would love the idea of a summer skin series either here or on my shorts, because I really do think I've become a pro at the carry-on, the 411 bag when it comes to beauty products. I think the number one rule you want to consider when packing your product and you're second guessing whether it's considered a liquid or not, because I saw someone else post about this, like, is mascara a liquid? I read online that if the product is labeled in fluid ounces, it's considered a liquid. However, when I posted it, I had a few of you, a lot of my subscribers and viewers mention that mascara and lipstick doesn't count. I think this was like in Germany, but in other places it might count. But just know as a general rule, I think like if you're gonna fight someone, like let's just say you have a lipstick that you absolutely love and you would die if TSA took it, then if it's labeled a fluid ounce, they might take it. So I always have a game plan already in my head if they ever make me throw something away, which items would go and which items I would save. Fuck, marry, kill with my beauty products, if you will. So yeah, I would love to do that series because packing light makes you feel light when traveling, makes you feel more carefree. What noise are they making now outside? Packing light is truly packing light is truly a blessing, and you feel really free when you do so. So I would love to do that for all of you. Bare minimum products that you need to feel your best when on vacation, especially when capturing that photo. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for bearing with me through all the noise. I love you all. Anything that you want to do to subscribe, anything that you want to do to support my channel, subscribe, like, share. I love you. Thank you. See you in the next one. Peace out.